Hey everybody, and welcome to Robin's house. Today we're working on the Cozy Up scrapbooking workshop, and they're wanting us to use as their optional technique stenciling leaves onto the page with our stencils. So we're going to be using the spiced marmalade and then the toffee in some of the places to create these cute little falling leaves on this polka dotted paper. So I just want to show you quickly. So I've got some color already on here so you can kind of see the leaves on the stencils and how it would work. And so the idea is once you're going to put it on your paper, you take your sponge to do the what color? Toffee, the toffee color. So you're gonna, put your toffee into the little dots. And you got to be careful. If you're not going to mask it off, I recommend masking it off, especially if you care a lot about what your project looks like. Otherwise, just be real careful and try to keep your stuff in those lines, but you really got to pay attention to those edges too. And you don't want each of yours to be exactly the same. You see, when I have brand new color, maybe it's fun to put it on the oak leaf. And then when some of the color is missing, maybe put it on that other kind of leaf, so that intentional differences. And then the idea is none of them are perfect. Like each of them have a different gradient, which is really cool. And then finally, when you go through, they want you to just take your journaling pen, or they're actually requesting you to use the Sepia Le Pen. I don't happen to have that one, but I figured that a black journaling pen will work just as well. And then you add it through, and at first it's like, that doesn't look very good, but it does. It does when you get that down on your project. Just that little line in there makes it kind of a little bit more realistic. So that is the quick draw of it. And if you'd like to hang on, I'm going to do it for my actual project. So here is the paper that I need to use. And I'm supposed to be putting a bunch of little leaves right up here. So I've already kind of got them so you could see which color goes where. And then on your stencil exactly, the leaves aren't really placed for you to just set it down and go. But that's what I'm doing anyway. And then I can just go in afterwards and add in a couple more leaves into the missing places. Because of course it makes sense. The stencil wants it to be all in a place that it fits on the stencil. But I would have preferred that it be all lined up and ready to go, but that doesn't make any sense. So we'll just have to do the best that we can. And again, I'm gonna kind of do the bigger orange ones first, and then when I have not as much ink on there, I'll do the rounder ones. Get my little maple leaves all nice and orangey, and then those other kind. There we go. And now we'll lift it up. Kind of see, that turned out real nice. Kind of compare it to what the project wants. So I might add a couple more in here. I don't know exactly where my paper is going to fall. So I'm just gonna, how about right here? That looks good, right? So I'm gonna add a couple more little dots. This dot is gonna cover up a little bit of that maple leaf, but that is okay. There we go. And then I even got a little bit of brown on that other leaf, but I think it'll look okay once I put some orange on there. It'll just, how in the fall your leaves are all kinds. So there we go. And then of course put those lines on here. And this part of it is ready to go. So now on your own, there is another section of leaves to do on this exact piece down here at the bottom, but you really got to do that one perhaps as you are deciding what goes there. So I will do that one later when I get my stuff. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Happy crafting.